Hello! Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a super special video for you guys, and that's because it is the 1 year anniversary of German mermaid art. 1 year ago today, June 14th, 2018, I put out my first ever video, and it was a review on some markers that I had bought. Well, it's been a year, and I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers who have given me support on this channel. I've really loved being on YouTube, and I can't wait for what's to come. So for today, I wanted to do a very special, unique video. So, as you saw in the title, we will be following a Bob Ross painting tutorial. Now, a lot of these are on YouTube, so I wanted to do something unique and make it my own. So we are following a Bob Ross book tutorial. Now, if you didn't know, there are a lot of Bob Ross books out there. I own both volume 28 and 29. Yes, there are at least 30. And so I figured this would be a nice, unique challenge. Now, looking at the book, this is going to be very hard to follow. Each painting starts, it gives you an image of what the painting should look like. Along with the materials needed and some text instructions on how to create your painting. Then it gives you little tiny black and white thumbnail images of each step and just a tiny little description of what's happening in each image. So we'll see how easy this is, because I'll have to jump between thumbnail to description, so should be fun. Now I went out, got some new palette knives for this video, and I got some nice new fresh canvas. Well, it's for Michaels, so fresh. But we can just unwrap this and get right into the video. Okay, so let's get right into the painting. Here we go. Okay, so this is the painting we're doing. Looks like this. Hopefully, when I'm done, it will at least somewhat resemble this. Here's hoping. Okay, so, supplies. I think I have about everything. I don't want to, try to list everything off. So, the first step is to use a 2-inch brush. I don't know how to have a 2-inch brush. I'll be using my biggest brush, which is a 1-inch brush, and it will work. Use a 2-inch brush to cover the entire canvas with a thin, even coat of liquid white. Do not allow the liquid white to dry before you begin. Okay, well, first off, I'm just gonna say I do not own any Bob Ross products whatsoever. But I do believe that liquid white is basically just thinned down titanium white oil paint. Now I have 2 thinners that I can use. I have Gamsol, which is basically kind of just like odorless turpentine, but it would actually speed up drying time, so I'm not going to use that. I'm actually going to make my liquid white out of Galkyd. Galkyd increases drying time, but it also thins the paint. So I'm just going to mix some of this with some titanium white and cover the entire canvas, and hopefully that gives a similar result. So the entire canvas is kind of glistening now with that Galkyd mixture, so we should be good to go on the painting, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So let's get started. So it says, load the 2-inch brush with a small amount of phthalo blue and paint the sky with crisscross strokes. Allow some areas in the sky to remain quite light for cloud placement. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like I need to paint the canvas a little more than halfway with the sky and the rest with the ocean. So let's do it. It says to use phthalo blue for the sky, and I actually have phthalo blue. So thank you, Winsor & Newton. Thank you. I really don't want to have to color match too much. So I really hope a lot of these colors are in my set. Okay. So I'm just going to wipe off the brush with the white. I'm not too worried about it because there's already white on the canvas, so let's get into the painting. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this phthalo blue, and I watch a lot of his videos, so I kind of know the drill, so I'm just gonna like pat some on, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm not gonna like plop it on. And I shouldn't have closed this book. Crisscross strokes. He does like these little X's, which confuse me because he does them so quickly. But yeah. Crisscross strokes allow some areas to be lighter for cloud placement. Okay. Here we go. Oh dear, this already does not look like Bob Ross's paintings. Yeah, see, I don't think I used enough liquid white on here. Because it's not really like blending that great. But it could also be the canvas. I have never used this canvas before. I have some Michaels canvas, it's like the Artist Loft brand, but it's like the cheap that comes in like 10 packs. And this I got was like the Artist Series, like the back stapled canvas. It was on sale, so I grabbed some of that. I've never used it before, so it could just be more textured, and that's the reason it doesn't look so smooth. I kind of hope that I get it smooth, because it looks really weird. I still don't know why it's not smoothing out. So, Galkyd is actually supposed to help smooth out your brush strokes, and I really hope it works. So I'm just gonna spoon out some Galkyd in a little pile there. And I'm just gonna put some on my brush and see if I can even these out, because I'm kind of scared. Hopefully I can get this even. Sorry, Bob, this is gonna be bad. Hopefully this works. This is working a little bit. Galkyd trick. Oh yeah, there we go. See, now it's smoothing out. This is why your canvas should be wet. So, if you're following along at home, really wet that canvas, because he doesn't just want it to be moist. He wants it to be wet. Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere. I still don't know how to get rid of these, like, stroke lines, because those don't look good. More Galkyd. So a lot of the times in his videos he goes to like the edges and he makes them darker. So I'm gonna do that, or attempt to do that. Oh, see, now it goes on smooth. Maybe I just need more paint. Okay, that's probably good for the sky. So I'm just gonna go up around and do the borders a little bit more just to make them darker. What next? Let's find out. Ugh, my arm hurts. Okay. To underpaint the water on the lower portion of the canvas, reload the 2-inch brush with a mixture of phthalo blue and a small amount of phthalo green. Starting at the bottom of the canvas and working upward. Use horizontal strokes pulling from the outside edges of the canvas towards the center. You can create a sheen on the water by allowing the center of the canvas to remain light. My hands are sticky from the Galkyd, which is fine. Let's move on to clouds. So I need more titanium white, and I'm going to be using a fan brush. Blended. Now I have some, like, a lot of cloud streaks there. But it's fine. This is for fun. The sky is done. Let's move on. We're now moving on to the next step. The mountain. Oh dear. The next biggest part of this. I see that didn't work. Go down and then like juts out here a little bit. Yeah. Juts out there. And there's like one more little jut out. Carry this down. See, that's a mountain. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands before we go further in whatever this is. Okay, my hands are clean and let's get back into this. So, then with a 2-inch brush, pull the paint down to the base of the mountain to blend and complete the entire mountain shape. I can do that. So now we do the fun part, which is the highlights of the mountain. It didn't really work. Okay, let's try that again. And all the way down. And then I'm just gonna do it. That one looks better. I like that one more. Okay, so now we add in the foothills. So I'm just gonna mix, just like mix the black, the green, the blue, and the red. Along the base. Okay, well, sure. We're supposed to take a dry brush and mist them, like we did with the base of the mountain. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of white just in case and do a little mist. And then I'll dry off the brush more. And then I'll just... Okay, so I'm gonna call it there. This is my finished painting. I tried my best, Bob. I really did. Your book instructions are impossible to follow. And it would probably have been more helpful if I actually had the colors you used. It's a little hard just winging it, but this is the finished product. So I just want to say thank you again for supporting me all year. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week.